100 episodes, 0 filters. This is the Fucked Up Podcast. Mother puckers, it is the 100th episode celebration, and for some reason, my lovely co-hosts, Chris and Dee, thought it would be a great idea to let the new kid on the block celebrate this special occasion. I am Mal, and I am happy to be here to celebrate with you two. We are sad that Danger's not here. She's out. She's still not feeling good. We hope that she feels great and recovers and gets back soon because we really miss her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to stop the 100th episode from happening because we are here. We are doing it. We are getting it freaking done.
That's right.
What do you guys think? 100 episodes.
I know. It's fucking nuts.
That's crazy.
4 years, 4 seasons, I say.
Yeah.
Because that's what we call them. 4 seasons, 100 episodes. As you rightfully said in the intro, 0 fucking filter.
We really have, and if for those that have seen even the blooper reel from last season,
just watch the bloopers. Yeah,
we say whatever the fuck we want. And think about this. This started when I was living in North Carolina. This has been through me returning home, me being bald, me growing my hair back.
Yep.
Like the many stages of Chris.
Many stages of Chris. Very true. I have always been in the same location, but the background changed a little bit.
You moved your camera a little bit.
Yeah.
Same old. What you don't get to see is
Mars.
the epic couch that she has.
No.
Epic couch.
It looks so comfy.
Right,
yeah, it is right there. Mal has joined us in those 4 years. Danger is here as well. Unfortunately,
he's gone
not
from
with
amazing
us today,
substitute to full-time member.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to T Swift. Thanks, girl.
Yeah, it is. You know what? Actually, shout out to Taylor Swift because without her, Mal would never have been a co-host on the show. So we can give her her ups.
That is
we can give her
real
flowers,
too.
For sure.
100% because
100% that is actual true shit.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Mal's first episode was the episode that Dee was in Scotland to go see Taylor Swift.
Because if you're gonna go see her, why do it in the United States when you can go to another country on the other side of the world?
You can go to Scotland and stay in a
genuinely
Harry Potter Airbnb.
Cheaper.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
When you add in like all the cost of the flights and the other really fun shit we did while we were there, absolutely not. But for the cost of the flights and the concert, it actually might have still been cheaper than for me to have gone anywhere in the States because she wasn't coming near me. So I still would have had to pay for some kind of a flight. Yeah. And I still would have had to pay way more in ticket prices. So it was cheaper. But yeah, wild. Taylor Swift is the reason why Mal is a full-time host on this podcast.
So if any of you guys don't like me, at her. Thank her. It's her fault.
Well,
I wouldn't.
Maybe we shouldn't
at
her with additional hate for a hockey podcast.
Get us out there by adding her. It's call me out and at Taylor Swift in the comments below. She needs to see this.
Oh my god.
Well, hopefully she's a fan.
Yeah. Taylor, if you're a fan, come on. We'd love to talk to you. We know you're from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's got 2 hockey teams. There's no way you've never watched hockey.
She's not a fan of either.
That's depressing.
Also pretty sure you have a house in every state that the 4 of us live in.
She did move to Nashville at a young age when she would have started potentially getting into hockey. So it would make more sense for her to be a Predators fan.
And Travis loves hockey.
Actually. Travis does love hockey. I don't know if they watch it together though. We could ask her.
That would be crazy. Taylor, if you're watching this, come hang out with us. We'd love to have you on the pod. That'd be fun.
They did go to a Florida game.
They were at the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's get into the 100th episode celebration. We have quite a bit of interesting stuff to talk about today. I'm really passionate about some of it, but you guys will have to stick around and find out. And now we're going to pass it over to Chris to give us our trivia question of the week.
Ooh, that's right. So we're going to start this off. I'm going to true or false for you.
Let me get Google ready.
Don't you dare. True or false, the Toronto Maple Leafs and Edmonton Oilers almost swapped cities. True or false?
Okay. All right. Answers will be locked in, and we will reveal the actual answer at the end of the show.
At the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
At the end of the podcast.
So let's pass it over to D to give us our PWHL updates.
Let's do it. The biggest update we have coming out of the PWHL today, as of time of recording, is that the new jerseys for the PWHL Seattle and Vancouver have officially dropped. Now, we did already tell you what their color scheme was a couple episodes ago, since they did reveal that, but the jerseys are live. And I have to say, I have shit on the PWHL for the way that they just did word marks for the first season, Montreal and
Yeah.
Boston and all that. I don't love them in that regard because it's still like, give me something. But the color scheme is great. I love the details. For Vancouver, the way that they have different color banding than Seattle, so it isn't just a carbon paste copy of the jersey styles there. So there is different jersey styles. The way they have partnered the colors against each other, it really makes everything pop. I think they do look good. I am so fucking stoked for the reveal of actual logos, though.
Yeah.
And for the reveal of the team names, because that's going to take these color schemes and turn it up to fucking 100.
I almost wish with Seattle, they went a little closer to the Kraken colors. Like, honestly, for the Pacific Northwest, the color scheme that they chose is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the Kraken's colors are so good. Like, that would be so badass if they kind of, I don't want to say mimicked that, but had a little more inspiration behind that.
Right.
If Vancouver looks great.
That's
Those that blue, white, and it's almost like a brown. That looks sick.
It does.
How many teams
So
have
they
brown
have
in their
only-
colors?
I think they've only released
I don't think there's a lot.
No, there really isn't.
No.
the home jerseys for both. They haven't released what the aways look like yet.
So if you scroll
Not that
down
I've
in
seen
the
it at all.
article, there are pictures of both. They have
Yes,
the
there
home
are.
and
Okay,
away
now I do see
jerseys.
it.
They
Which-
kind of almost look like retro themed, kind of
They
like the
do,
jerseys
and I
you're wearing
think
tonight.
They
looks
do. They're
badass.
very
Yeah.
retro.
Yeah, which is
Um,
kind of cool because it's kind of like their own twist on jerseys that is
Mhm.
making them unique, and kind of like poppy, I guess.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
I still want a little bit more. I still want maybe give us different lettering instead of everybody's in block
Yeah.
lettering and it's all the same there.
Right.
But at the same time, the feel of the jersey, even without the logo, the name, or any of that, is very vintage and
Yeah.
super love that.
Congrats to Bauer
So-
for crushing it.
And for getting that contract, man.
Yeah, for real.
honestly,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So again, super, super excited for both of those teams. The other bit of news that we have coming out of the PWHL is that all of the training camp rosters have been announced. I think that for training camp, it starts in November. It's like November 7th or something, is the start of that, or 10th maybe. So they all have been announced. They're all going to have to cut a shit ton of people from the rosters, unfortunately, after we get underway here. We'll talk more about it when the time actually comes, though. If you are interested in reading the training camp rosters for yourself, as I said, they have been announced. So you can go to thepwhl.com. Under their news tabs, they will have it all for all of the teams, including the two newest. So go ahead and check it out there. We encourage you to go look over at their website as well. Back to you, Mal.
I think it's safe to say that the Buffalo Sabres equipment manager right now is not a fan of Brad Marchand. So for any of you guys who watched the game the other day, the Florida Panthers versus Buffalo Sabres, Marchand and Dahlin kind of got into a little scrap that led with an unexpected twist. But I would have to say it's one of the most Marchand things that Marchand can do, other than licking someone. So it initially started when between the two, when Dahlin checked Marchand from behind midway through the second period. Much to the chagrin of the 37-year-old, the two made contact again moments later, which pissed Marchand off, and he took Dahlin to the ground, enacting a fight. And once it was broke up, when Marchand was being escorted by the lovely ref to the penalty box, he took Dahlin's helmet, brought it to the box, and made some adjustments by ripping out the straps and then throwing the helmet back on the ice. Now, Marchand was fined the maximum amount of $5,000 for his behavior, and I believe got two minor penalties for unsportsmanlike.
Yeah,
Game
during the game.
misconduct. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what do you guys think about that?
So My thoughts are broken up into different categories. First of all, yes, Darlene did go after Marchand. There was a cross check. I understand then having like a reaction.
Mhm.
However, when Marchand went after Darlene, he went stick to the head, except he lost control of his stick.
Yeah.
And so it didn't end up connecting with his head. And that is a bigger fucking problem to me than the helmet thing. The
Right.
helmet thing is like total toddler tantrum moves to me. Like, is it funny in a shit posting way? Yes. Is it
Yeah.
necessary? No, especially when you look at like what happened, Rasmus was not nearly as aggressive as then Marchand responded with. And I think that's because Brad Marchand is a guy who has a lot of emotions. And
Yeah.
sometimes I don't think he knows how to control them. And this is one of those moments. And I think the thing is that we already have enough of like shit happening. I think ripping the helmet off very clearly mad, like it wasn't like silly, goofy, hee, I have your helmet. If it had been that,
Oh,
I think I would
he
have liked it
angrily
better.
ripped
But
it
he
right
was
out.
pissed. And I think like showcasing that kind of anger isn't really necessary. Like, find a fucking therapist, my guy. But my biggest issue is that he did very intentionally try to take a stick to the head. His stick just didn't cooperate. That's my
Yeah.
issue.
Right.
Chris, what
I
about
don't
you?
know. I
Oh, sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it.
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, I echo just about everything that Dee said. I mean, we have this habit of older players that have a reputation that just so, oh, that's just them being them. You know, that's just it. And while that's all fun and games, like licking someone and doing what Martian did to Rasmus Dahlin are two incredibly different things. Like
Licking someone is funny.
licking
That's still
someone's
funny.
funny. We've seen that happen so many times. Look at
Yeah.
John Scott did that when he was playing for the Sabres like 10, 15 years ago. It was fucking hilarious. But it's like the whole setup to all of this was very problematic. A stick
But here's
going
the
near
thing, though.
anyone's head is unacceptable in any aspect, in any sort of intentional route.
Absolutely. But
Unacceptable.
Marchand has not been. He's gone after equipment in the past. I mean, we've seen him in the face-off circle step on people's skates to snap them.
And that's dirty. That's
Right.
dirty.
He
There's no
he
question about that.
he has
And even
he has a thing for equipment.
but what you're doing is you're ruining people's fucking equipment in a way of like griefing them, like you're fucking playing like Call of Duty and you just spawn kill someone 35,000 times until they rage quit. Like that's
Right.
Yeah.
essentially what this was. And I'm like, listen, I respect the career of Brad Marchand. I do. Absolutely. But what were you proving by ripping the straps off of Darlene's helmet? It's like you're
Well, and the
lucky that he
thing is
has an extra
too.
one in the fucking building. You're lucky, otherwise Darlene would be done for the game. Like
I mean, likely they would have just borrowed a bucket of a player
from
that's not
someone
on the
else,
ice.
but
That's what
that's not the
usually
point.
happens.
The
But
point is,
yeah, the point is, yeah.
what did that solve? You got fined and you got 2 2-minute minors.
Mhm.
What did that solve? What did that do for you other than you look like the asshole? This is a classic
Yeah.
am I the asshole story on a Reddit post. You are the asshole, Marshy.
You are the asshole, Brad Marchand. But you kind of disagree with us, Maul. So I'm curious to hear why you thought it was
I do, and
entertaining.
I'm trying to see if I can find. I mean, it's entertaining because I can't think of a time that you've ever seen someone's helmet get taken to the penalty box and ripped to pieces.
Hmm.
So I think it's funny. I think that, it's a minor thing. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You're pissed. You're taking your anger out on it. Whatever. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip to watch how he went after him, how Marchand went after Ramses, to see if maybe, because they didn't stay up very long when they made contact a second time. Like, they went to the ice. So it's like, did he slip and unintentionally put the stick higher? Or did he intentionally put the stick higher? I think that for me, that would make or break.
Darlene's already on the ground and he's coming in stick full extension to the head as Darlene is already on the ground. Marchand had already knocked him down and Marchand comes back for more. It is in that article I sent you.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Um,
trying to see if I can
it's
watch it in that video.
it's the very first
Found
video at
it.
the top. Yeah.
Is
Um,
I can see Maul's point. Is it entertaining? Sure, it's
In
entertaining.
isolation,
But
right?
the problem is
okay,
so
Marchand's
here's the
had
thing.
he's had the history of this sort of shit.
He doesn't check him with the stick. He throws the stick and then goes doesn't even make contact with his head.
Yeah, but going for the head while he's down is still problematic. Even if you're
Yeah.
throwing your stick, like I don't think it was necessarily that he is coming at him and is throwing the stick to have the stick impact him. I think he's going down and he's throwing it and he was going to let go of the stick as it hit. He fully intended to hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Because of how far
don't think
apart
it
his
looks like
arms
that,
are,
though.
he wasn't like going to then throw a punch because his hands would be closer together if he was throwing the stick, but was going to end with a like sucker punching him in the head.
Yeah.
Which I think when someone's on the ground is also still wrong.
Correct.
Right, but I will say that his hands on the stick, did not change from play to going after Ramses.
Yeah, but you can still cross check somebody with your hands in that
Right,
position.
but
Like that's the
but what I'm
point.
saying is, I don't think that he was intentionally trying to hit him with the stick.
Oh, he 100% was. It's Brad Marchand.
I completely
He
disagree
has,
with it.
but it's a
Now,
different
if we were
thing
talking
though,
about
Maul,
like
when you
Stolars,
have
I would absolutely agree with that because Stolars is known to hit people in the back
no,
with
but
his stick.
it's a different. You have to look at it differently when you look at Brad Marchand's history. No player has been suspended more in the NHL than him. He has a history of being a very dirty player who's done things similar to this in his career. Now, while this is a very similar situation to, let's say, Tom Wilson, who has a very similar reputation and has been very docile.
Yeah.
It's hard to give Marshy the benefit of the doubt because this is just, we've got a history of him doing this sort of shit. And he's what, 37? It's like, dude, you got to be a better role model and a better fucking veteran in the league. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Milan Lucic, who is irrelevant, but still somehow finding a way onto the team. Like, you got to, I see what you're saying, and I absolutely understand, but it's like, from my point of view on this, I got to look at it the other way. Like, I got to assume because he's got that history, you know?
But I'll be honest, I still, like, I just watched the clip. Like, I still don't see it. Like, to me, it looks like he went down, threw the stick, and then lost his gloves and immediately went to start punching him in the ribs.
Now, do you think he should, because of all this, along with the fine, do you think he should have to pay for the damages to the helmet?
Absolutely.
Because I don't think that was included. And I think
no,
you're going to do that with like
with the
sticks
CBA
and shit like that. If you're intentionally fucking up equipment,
I think he should.
Yeah,
absolutely think that he should because he intentionally damaged it.
Yeah,
you know, and I think that there should be held accountability for that because hockey equipment's fucking expensive. Especially
those helmets are not cheap at all.
I mean, for frig, when I had to buy my son youth gloves and he's 6 years old, they're $180 new. So I could not imagine what a professional. What are they wearing? Bauer helmets?
It depends on the player.
I could not imagine what they're wearing for a helmet,
think about
with all the extra padding and stuff that they have in those.
And think about this. Patrick Kane said in an interview that he gets a new pair of gloves for every game. So think about that, you know?
Yeah.
My thing is I would find it more entertaining had it been Darlene doing it to Marchand's helmet, because that seems like an appropriate reaction for someone fucking jumping you while you're already on the ground. But for Marchand to do it to Darlene's, who, yes, Darlene did cross-check him, and it should have been called, but it wasn't the world's most dangerous cross-check. It wasn't the world's most injurious cross-check. So it's one of those things where Marchand's reaction seems disproportionate, and to me it did seem he intentionally went after the head of a defenseless player. And then to continue by being mad enough to violently rip the straps off. Again, if it happened in isolation, if, you know, his bucket just fell off and he picked it up and was like, oh yeah, look at this. Look what I can do. I would find it funnier.
Yeah.
But I don't find it that funny. I think the $5,000 was appropriate. And I honestly wouldn't have even been mad if they decided to throw a 1-game suspension, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because of the sum of the events. Right?
But
again, just the bucket is different.
But when you look at it from like what Ramses said in the end of the article, you know, he said Marchand's a competitor. I've probably done something like that in the past too. Stuff happens out there. So but here's the thing. He had to have seen that clip 1,000 times by now. And for him to say
he was
something
asked
like
post
that,
game, so he wouldn't have had time to see it yet. That was a post game.
But then, so I mean, that would so that's even more to my point. If that's a post game thing, I don't think that that's how he would have reacted if he got hit in the head.
He didn't, because Marchand lost his fucking stick.
No, he threw the stick. You can see it because he threw off the gloves and the stick, and that's what I'm trying to say. Because he didn't hit his head at all. He immediately, the first punch was to the ribs.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that he was going for it, and I don't think he intentionally threw it off, because he was so close to him when the stick departed his hands, that is not like, if you're throwing off your stick and your gloves, you're doing that up in the air, right? You're doing that before you're even close to body contact. He did it close enough to him that there is then a question of, did he hit him or did he not? And also, when you're face down on the ground, how do you know what he's doing if you haven't seen the clip to be able to respond to it? So I think you and I just disagree as to whether or not it was intentional, which is fine. I mean, people disagree with people all the time on stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I do like what else Rasmus Dahlin had said per Matthew Fairburn of The Athletic, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to The Athletic, it is the best sports spot ever.
Absolutely.
I'm familiar with it just on racing alone. But he said whoever gets the most angry is usually the one who gets the penalty. You have to stay calm in these moments. Usually Marchand is really good at that, but I won a little battle today. So clearly, in a situation that was pretty aggressive, Rasmus Dahlin is able to stay kind of cool-headed and, but again, he's Swedish, and the Swedes, if there's one thing the Swedes are good at, it's staying chill as fuck.
Not hockey since they lost
unless the game is going, then. But after the game, they're all chill.
Right.
But yeah, I think I agree with D on that. I think the fact that we all disagree on this, and it's an important topic to talk about, because these are big moments that it's like, whoa, all right, let's step back and let's discuss this.
Right.
You know.
Damn it, Marchand. Get your shit together, man.
Figure it the fuck out, bro.
And at time of recording, I do want to point out that this is the Florida Panthers are at TD Garden, and this is Marchand's first time at the Garden since being traded.
Yeah.
So it's good. I heard, I can't watch it because of blackout, but I heard that the Bruins did something for him as like a welcome home kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of sweet. But I'm hoping to see more clips of that. So
yeah,
hopefully they
100%.
lose.
I know D's watching the Caps game. I know the Maple Leafs are playing right now. The Ducks game's about to start.
Oh yeah.
3-0.
Also, multitask here.
I have to watch it because Alex Ovechkin is 2 away from hitting fucking 900 goals.
Yeah, I know. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but that's unreal.
I should have put that in the fucking show notes, and I didn't.
An unreal
that's my fault
statistic to think about, and the fact that, like you had said, he's talking about the possibility of re-signing. Like, how
Chris and I, when we were talking about it on Sunday, we were like, do you think that he could hit 1,000 by the end of the year? Like, do you think that he's gonna pull off?
I don't think he hits 1,000.
He's not going to be out for 6 weeks because of breaking his leg. Like, do you think that? You know,
I think if he re-signs for another 2 years, 1,000's a possibility. He's not hitting 1,000 this year.
Did he just score?
I think.
Hold up.
I think it's entirely possible that he can if he plays another 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
1,000's absolutely. I know. I want you to see him hit 900 because you didn't get to watch him break the record live.
I know.
And I did.
I know. I
so
want to be able to
see
it live.
I'm not that upset if I miss him hitting 900 because I got to see the record get broken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which again, that clip lives on.
I heard them announce
forever.
Alex Ovechkin, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on?" And it was just because he got an assist.
Hold up. So I'm gonna pass it to D. What do you have for a controversial topic?
Yeah, apparently this show is just controversial topic after controversial topic because
welcome to the 100th episode.
Yeah, in true 100 episode fashion. Unfortunately, the Vegas Golden Knights decided to sign Carter Hart recently, and it was received with mixed review. They had to end up putting out a separate statement, which I will read. I didn't pull up. That's because I put it in the chat and then I didn't look at the chat. So what they came out and said, which is just interesting. So they said, following the reinstatement decision agreed on by the National Hockey League and the National Hockey League Players Association, goaltender Carter Hart will be joining the Vegas Golden Knights organization. The Golden Knights are aligned with the process and assessment the NHL and NHLPA made in their decision. We remain committed to the core values that have defined our organization from its inception and expect that our players will continue to meet these standards moving forward. Now, I think it's really important to note here that this is how they announced it, was by releasing a statement that said, we are committed to maintaining our core values, while signing a player who, yes, did not get charged as guilty for a crime, with what was agreed happened, would still be something that is not against my values as an organization, and I would not want to employ people who are doing that. Now, everyone has the right and the ability to change and grow as a person, as a player, as anything. I do not think that everyone has the right, as we've mentioned many times on this show, to be employed at the highest level of a voluntary organization, right? Professional sports are voluntary on both ends, both on the player and on management. Nobody is forced into these contracts. It is not something where he has a specific set of skills that nobody else has. He's a fucking goalie. Yes, I know that there's a goalie shortage. There's not that much of a shortage, to be quite honest with you. I think that it is embarrassing for the Vegas organization to hire somebody like this, who this all just came out very recently. We haven't seen him prove that he is better. He took no accountability for what happened in that room that night. He took no accountability for the fact that he got a text from his buddy saying, hey, are you up for a gangbang? Pull up to room whatever. And he showed up. He took no accountability for the fact that they had a separate text thread after the incidents, once the allegations came out, talking about, we need to get our stories straight. He took no accountability for the fact that Hockey Canada has 2 separate accounts to pay off victims of sexual assault, and that he was a person who needed to dip into that fund. He took no accountability for any of that. He took no accountability for the online harassment that this woman has faced in the years following. He has taken no accountability. And for Vegas to put out a statement saying that this goes against our core values is bullshit. And what's even more upsetting is that the team has since also put out statements of their own, saying things like, I've heard nothing but great things. Or I'm sorry, that was what he had to say.
Yeah, because you had players that they asked and talked to as well.
Yes.
He's also the only player that's been re-signed to the NHL, right? Because I
As
know
of
one
right
other
now.
player, I think, went to the AHL, I think.
No, one other player went to a Russian league, or
Oh, that's what it was.
in
He
Belarus
went
or
Russian.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mark Stone, captain, said, the management put a lot of time and effort into the signing. The players are looking forward to having him here. Jack Eichel said, when you speak to people who know Carter, they have a lot of good things to say about his character and who he is as a person, and we're really looking forward to having him and moving forward.
Which I'm not surprised that we got these sort of things from teammates. Like, there is, it's the professionalism and branding at that point, to where obviously Eichel and Stone aren't going to go on to the record and say anything bad about their new teammate. That's, it's not a great look, but like,
right,
it's
but
not,
I kind of think
shocking.
They can. I think they should. I think what the NHL needs right now, if you are going to let these fucking predators be in the league, which I don't think you should do, then I think you need to allow their teammates to speak openly about how what they did was predatory and should not be allowed.
Oh,
and if they find out that anything else happens similar to that going forward, there will be a reckoning within the locker room, because that kind of shit is not tolerated here. I think it's fair, and I think that in order for us to move forward as a community, as a fan base, a collective fan base of hockey, we need to see them take silence out of the equation.
Yeah.
People were silent during the Blackhawks situation. People were silent during this situation. And all it has allowed is for more people to be made victim. And for these perpetrators of actual fucking crimes, I know that Carter Hart was not found guilty
He
of
was
the
acquitted,
crime,
but so was
but
fucking OJ.
I also want to fucking add in here that he was acquitted after the judge had to remove the jury from the case because of jury tampering that happened on the behalf of the lawyers.
Yeah.
So this was a messy fucking trial. And yes, he was acquitted, but he was only acquitted in the not found guilty sense, not in a actual claim of innocence.
Right.
So I think it's important here that hockey itself has to step up. If these teams are going to be signing people like him, then the teammates have to say, like, I'm not cool with what happened, but I'm willing to give him a second chance.
Right.
That kind of talk at least would give us faith that it won't happen again. With them coming out saying, oh, well, I heard he's a really good guy, actually, it invalidates the story of the victim, which we shouldn't be doing.
Right.
And it creates a culture that goes against what they have stated their own values are.
Yeah. And like,
they're saying that it's because they're a team of second chances. And I'm like, find somebody better to give a second chance to.
Right. And I'm big on everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but it's like, if you look at this entire situation, it was made very clear that it's like, well, if they're not guilty, then like, what is going on? You know, like, why was the trial as messy as it was? Why was everything, like, why did it go down the way it went down? It's like I said,
why was it covered
he was
up
acquitted,
the way it was
but
covered up?
OJ was also acquitted.
That motherfucker did it.
That
or at
motherfucker
least
did that
was
shit.
involved within the doing of it.
Yeah.
And the cover up of it.
So yeah, I agree. I just it's not a great look for an organization that is already not really liked.
I think that if we're gonna call out Hockey Canada and the NHL for allowing him to be re-signed after everything, we also need to call out the Canadian justice system.
Correct.
100%.
Because based off the article that I was just reading, which is separate than the one that you posted, it looks like this poor girl was bullied by everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hate to say it, I think that the legal system should do better.
Correct. No, yes. I think that's a very, very important distinction as well.
Because had they did their job, and
Carter Hart wouldn't be employed right now.
Exactly. Correct. And this is a very similar situation to other players that have had this sort of issue. Patrick Kane, in fact, in 2010, that situation,
your head coach being employed again, despite having known
Obviously,
about the sexual assault of a player.
Yeah. It's not exactly a great look. Now, again, there are a lot of details of the whole Kyle Beach situation that are still a little fuzzy, that I'm still like, there's not a lot of clarification on. I want to believe Joel Quenneville wasn't a key part of all of that, but I don't know. But I don't like what the negative publicity of that. We don't need that sort of negative energy with the team when they're already struggling, you know?
Yeah. Also, I think it is worth noting as well that with this, the NHL has grown immensely in the women demographic in the last several years. With stuff like this, I mean, everyone should already be watching the PWHL as it is. But I think you're going to see viewership potentially decline for the NHL and increase for the PWHL because of shit like this. Which is the last thing the NHL needs right now is a declining fan base, especially for the younger generations, right? Who see this and are more incensed by it because of social justice perspectives. So I'm just deeply disappointed in both Vegas and the NHL as a whole. We were deeply disappointed when the NHL said these players could be hired again. And I'm deeply disappointed that Vegas took them up on it.
Yeah.
So
it's I'm just, from an actual player standpoint, I am curious as to why they signed Carter Hart. Like, last I knew, their goaltender situation was pretty solid.
There's so many goalies in the AHL and ECHL that could have been picked up. I mean, my local ECHL team, the goalie was just called up to, I think, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
ECHL. Skip the AHL one right to, so there's plenty of talent out there.
I would assign Matt Murray.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, if Carter, if you are willing to, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, willing to admit you did something, you were acquitted by all sense of the law, you're innocent. But what I want to see from you now is I want to see you become an advocate for victims of sexual assault. I want to see you do the work. Make us believe that you're a good person and that was a mistake you made as a young person. You need to do the work to be a better person and prove us wrong. Prove to us why you deserve a second chance.
This is your defining moment.
This
You're
is
at
your
a
time.
crossroads.
I'd like to. A good example of this is, and I know this is a hockey podcast, not a racing podcast, but in 2020, Kyle Larson, who was a NASCAR Cup Series driver, who's a champion now, on a Twitch stream said the N-word live, all for everyone to hear. He was then fired, lost all of his sponsors. He was suspended by NASCAR. And for a man who is a Chinese American, should have first off known better. But he did the correct thing. He did the work. He went to his local communities. He learned from people. He became an advocate for equality, for all of that. Actually proved that he was remorseful and he was sorry. Literally came back the next season, won 10 races in the championship. Now he's won every year and he's considered the best race car driver in the world. So second chances should be, I believe in second chances, but second chances should be earned.
Correct.
You don't just get one because you did something and, oh, but I'm really sorry. Show me why I should go look at you again and say, you're not a liability to me anymore. Show me why I should think, you know what, maybe another shot. Maybe there's something there. Give me a reason to not think you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I know Carter Hart? No, I don't know him from the fucking Joe Schmo from down the street. But from an outside perspective, yeah, dog, I don't want to watch you play for my team. Especially knowing, the situation.
It's another reason for me to hate the Golden Knights.
Yeah, we have everyone's kind of got a lot of them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a great look, and hopefully,
no.
Like I said, just do the work. Show us why you deserve that second chance.
This episode's deep.
This episode is deep.
This is deep. Well, in typical fashion, Chris, break the mold.
Well, the Rangers are starting off the season with a bit of a struggle. They have lost their fourth straight home game. I would say frustrations
are hilarious, by the way.
Yeah. It is not great right now over in the world of the Rangers. They are 3-4-1. They are essentially at a plus minus differential of a +1. They have 16 goals that they have scored, but they have given up 15. They're 3-0-1 on the road, but they are 0-4 at home.
Their first 3 home games were shutout losses, no less, which has never happened before in NHL history.
Yeah.
To have that many home games also be shutout losses. Like, it is impressive how much they are sucking in front of what should be their biggest boost.
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you lose 3-1, 3-0, 1-0, 2-0, and then you lose, like, these are just all their losses. Them losing 3-1, I believe that was in Minnesota. But, like,
no, Minnesota was their fourth home
Minnesota
game
was
loss.
there. Oh, yeah, so they've lost.
They lost 4 straight home games.
4 straight home games. I mean, and then you got to play on Thursday. You play the Sharks at home. They're one of the worst teams in the league. Are you going to blow that?
There's hope.
Yeah, I really hope they do. That'd be the funniest fucking
That would
thing
be
to happen.
crazy. And
That
again,
That would genuinely be hilarious.
we saw this last season. We saw Alexa, stop. Sorry, guys, I'm doing laundry at the same time. But again, like, you have two players, you have one player with more than 2 goals on the team. Like, I love the spreading out, but at some point, you can score all you want, but your defense cannot give up goals. And that's a huge thing. Adam Fox seems to be right now as a defenseman the only one who doesn't have a fucking minus on a plus minus rating. I mean, Will Borgen has a +2, but other than that, it's all you know, plus minus of -1s. It's like your defense has got to step up. But again, we saw the mass offloading of players that started to feel like last year. Obviously, players like Chris Kreider going, Jacob Trouba. At what point do we see Panarin? What point do we see Zibanejad, Adam Fox? Like, when do we see them asking for their leaps? When do we see Lafreniere want to go? Like,
the interesting thing to me is that they had 15 goals on 114 shots in their 4 road games. They have 1 goal on 114 shots in 4 home games. So the numbers are the same. They're producing as much home and away. They just can't fucking finish on home ice.
Which is
and
not
so
a
that
good
is
thing.
really interesting to me
Yeah.
as to why that could be happening. Is it something in Madison Square Garden? Is it tilted for some reason?
Right.
All of a
Is there
sudden, the
like
Garden, yeah.
yeah, is there, or is it a cultural thing? Is it that they are as a team not gelling because of the very recent history of them just being like, yeah, we're fucking done with you. Say goodbye.
See ya.
Don't give a shit. So
Yeah,
in typical Rangers fashion, like, are they not able to gel? Why can't they fucking finish at home? Nothing has changed except for luck.
Yeah. I will
I
say
don't know.
my favorite meme that I've seen so far was one of those AI generated videos from Sora, and it was a crew uninstalling the goal horn from the center. And it was like, well, since you don't know how to use this, we might as well remove it.
Well, it's the
That
problem
is
is they
funny.
do know how to use it. It's they don't know how to stop the other team from doing it too.
Yeah, that's
Which
getting
is
plenty of views. It's just
yeah.
not from the home team.
For them, right?
Yeah,
And
100%.
it's crazy to me to like just looking at that division in general, because right now the Metro division's the toughest division in the NHL. You have 4 teams above 8 points.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that the Atlantic's pretty strong too. I mean, like the start that the Canadians and the Red Wings are going with is insane. But like, I would say it's probably the toughest fucking division right now, because you got to
Yeah.
show the fuck up. You got to show up.
Yeah.
And do you really think Carolina or New Jersey or Washington, you think that they're going to give anything? I mean, Pittsburgh's 4-2 to start the fucking season. Like,
Right.
you know, it's a crazy start to the year. And granted, if you're going to have this problem, have it now, but don't let this problem last too long.
Yeah.
Because you can work yourself into a rut. You can't lose the season at the beginning of the season, but you can fuck yourself up for later in the year if you don't at least have a little bit of consistency.
Correct.
You can't win the Stanley Cup at the beginning of the year, but you can lose it, you know? So figure it out, because holy
Yeah, imagine
shit.
if they're like 4 points outside of a wild card spot, and it's like, oh man, those fucking opening games, they got us.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to fix this, but this is not a great look for Mike Sullivan.
Yeah.
We're 7-8 games into his tenure, and they are shit.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So hopefully they get some luck on Thursday, I mean, fingers crossed they're going against the Sharks, so
I don't know.
it's kind of
The Sharks scored
it's
6 on us earlier this season, so
I was gonna say this is kind of like that underhand pitch
yeah,
in Major League
we're
Baseball, like they're kind
softballing
of
this
handing it to
bitch in.
you. Yeah,
But I don't
it's
know.
like
They
that
did
really
drop.
bouncy kickball that you
Mhm.
can just send it
Yeah.
to the moon.
But again,
True.
we had to beat them in overtime 7-6 a couple weeks ago. So
Right.
I'm not gonna sleep on the offensive ability of the fucking Sharks.
Right. No, absolutely.
Fair.
And maybe there's
'Cause,
something
what
cooking
is
in the
their
shark
what is their
water.
goal? What is their goal differential right now? Oh, I mean, you better fucking win. They have a differential of -12. They've given up 25 goals as 13-4. We gave up half of those goals. But I mean, that's you. If you're gonna turn it around, that's where you got to do it.
True.
All right. So now I'm gonna pass it back to me. My favorite topic segment of the show, the offside opinion. This one kind of hits a little bit near and dear to my heart. I don't know why, but Anthony Stolarz recently had a lot to say about player safety in regards of goalie masks coming off in the middle of play. I don't know if you guys saw the clip the other night of when they were playing the Rangers, and Stolarz took a puck to the face and it broke the buckle on his helmet or loosened it. And when he went to get down into position, his helmet fell off, and they continued to play until a couple minutes later when they were like, "Hey, you gotta stop."
I was gonna say his helmet fell off when the other team was in the offensive zone.
Oh yeah, they were.
That's
They were straight on.
But that's the rule.
Yeah, and to be fair, the officials didn't do anything wrong because it is a rule that play continues. Just like
Until
if you drop a stick
defense touches
or
the puck.
yeah,
yeah.
and I feel like I could argue both sides to this story, to this point. So I'm curious on what you guys think of it. Do you think that the NHL needs to reassess the rules and make an adjustment to it because standing in net is already scary enough when you're taking 80 plus mile an hour slap shots to the gut? I couldn't imagine taking one right square center in my face.
Yeah.
I'd let that puck go in.
Yeah.
That would be you know what? Take it. And end it. Take it.
Well,
The goal is yours.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back and I want you to look at in the past 3-4 seasons when goaltenders have taken pucks to the helmet from shots, watch their reactions, watch them after the whistle's blown. Because you see, yeah, you've got that facial protection. That's still a solid rubber puck coming 85 to 90, sometimes 100 plus miles an hour, hitting you in the fucking face. It's gonna ring your bell for a second. It's gonna you're gonna need a minute. I think the concept. I'm gonna say it. I think it's insane that we're even having this conversation. Like there is zero way that anyone can justify the rule right now. Like
I'm telling you right now that if Alex Ovechkin hits a goalie unmasked, we're seeing death on ice. We are seeing something like to the levels of Saw 2.
Yeah.
With the amount of blood and guts going everywhere. That will shatter a human skull.
Yeah.
No two ways about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is insane to me that the rule is, well, we don't want to disadvantage the offense now, do we?
Right.
If they're going to score, they're going to score.
How about we don't fucking kill someone? How does that sound?
How about we don't murder somebody?
How does that sound?
Because the way the rule is written is it says play can continue against a maskless goalie in the event of an imminent scoring chance.
Yeah, it should be play can continue against a maskless goalie in the event that the puck is in the defensive zone. Sure.
Yeah.
If it's not on my end of the ice, fucking do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if there is a scoring chance, that goalie needs to be protected.
But think about how fast they are when a player loses their helmet because you got to get off the ice or put it back on.
Yes.
We're quick on that.
Yes.
But there's nothing protecting the goaltenders.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Now,
which is insane. If I was a goaltender, I'd be fucking protesting.
Somebody make it make sense.
Now, to kind of argue the other side of it, I feel like dependent on if they do rewrite the rule, like I think that this rule removes the opportunity for someone to have an equipment malfunction to stop a score from happening.
Here's how you do that. You know how
especially
you solve
if you're
that problem?
close.
You solve that problem by a 2-minute minor penalty.
To the goalie?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the goalie.
Someone
You
will
pull
have
your
to serve it.
goalie.
Someone will have to serve it.
Someone will have to serve it. Yeah.
But
Right.
it's a power play. If
Right.
you have a legitimate helmet malfunction, absolutely, 100%, stop the game. Stop play.
And I'm not saying that this wasn't, because this was a helmet
but
malfunction, right?
I'm saying
Yes.
to combat your argument, and it's a great argument.
Right.
It's a great argument, a great point. So that's where you boom. If you are deemed that it looks like an intentional removal of helmet or equipment, automatic
I'd say a
2-minute
5-minute major.
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
Automatic.
I'd say automatic 5 minutes.
You
In
think
my
why?
Because,
opinion, if you really are
5-minute major?
that,
All right.
if you're that worried about it, it's 5 minutes. Because a goalie doing that to stop and like a fast break kind of a situation,
Yeah.
that's really fucked, and you should get 5 minutes, 5 full goddamn minutes.
Because the way I look at this is this could essentially become the hockey version of flop-in.
Right.
Which we already have.
That's the reality of it. Right. And
They
we
already
don't
do
need
that.
any more of it, right? So, because flopping in sport should just be outlawed regardless of whatever.
Which is why there is a penalty for diving and embellishment.
So
because it's lame.
But Stolars brings up a good point. He goes, "This is the second time that this has happened, because it happened to Aiden Hill the other night as well."
It did happen to Aiden Hill. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're 2 weeks into the season, and 2 goalies have already had equipment malfunction or something that happened to cause them to lose their mask mid-play, and the whistle wasn't blown.
And you know that they're not going to stop playing.
Right.
No.
Those goaltenders are going to play without the helmet. It's less of it's a safety issue, but it's also a save them from themselves issue.
Yes.
Because we all know hockey players are built different, and they don't give a
goalies
fuck.
Especially.
You have goalies they're weird. All goaltenders are a little weird. You have to be.
Correct. Correct.
But it's like you have to save them from themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not,
I think
someone's
that
gonna get fucking hurt.
This is insane to me that it hasn't been brought up more especially as we are headed in. Didn't we just finish contract negotiations? Didn't they sort of tentatively agree on a new CBA to start in 2027, the 26-27 season? Like, why is this not in there? That should be an immediate rule change. It's insane. Like, I get it when we were back in ye olden days and the sticks didn't have as much flex and they weren't shooting it at literally 100 miles an hour.
You had guys rocking the fucking Jason masks.
Yeah, and I can understand it then, because absolutely it wasn't. You weren't going to get literally fucking brained if you got hit in the head.
Yeah, and now
it was still going to do damage, but you weren't going to get
bad.
your brains weren't going to be on the actual ice, traumatizing
We've gotten
an
bigger,
entire
stronger,
generation.
faster.
Yeah.
So like Nylander said, kind of to one of the other points that I was saying is like, you know, it's dangerous and it should be blown right away, but he's like, I guess you could argue that sometimes a goalie could maybe try to shake off his helmet or whatever, but he still thinks it's pretty dangerous. Like everyone on the team, Austin Matthews, William Nylander, Matt Nyes, everyone was shocked that the whistle did not get blown because of the situation.
Again, a 5-minute major, I think, would change goalies trying to do that. You're down a player for 5 fucking minutes. That's massive.
Yeah.
And
it puts more work on them, and they don't want any more work.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to know how hard William Nylander's hardest shot was registered?
Probably a little over 100 miles an hour.
23-24 season registered, 96.51. So
yeah.
To put into perspective, I learned this the other day. A telephone pole can be snapped in half by a car at 20 to 60 miles an hour. So imagine taking a 96 mile an hour puck straight to your mouth.
And look at a sport like lacrosse, where those dudes are shooting the ball at like 115.
Yeah.
And you know what the ruling is in that sport? If the helmet of the goalie comes off, play stops.
Dead.
As it should.
Done.
There's no instance where a goalie's helmet should ever come off.
Buts.
You don't wear that pattern for no reason. It's there for a reason. If any point the pattern for protection comes off, you're stopped.
Any player's helmet comes off, they're stopping the game.
Genuinely, yeah.
I think the only time you would get away with it is if it's in, again, the the defensive half and the ball's in the offensive.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That makes sense because you have time
Because
to put on your helmet, or
right.
If there is an issue, you could like, I don't know, flail to the equipment manager and then they could like call timeout or something.
Well, and like a lacrosse field is like what 90 yards. So if it is clearly at the other goal and you're down by your own goal, even though they can throw it all the way to you, you would have enough time to duck.
Yeah.
And to remove yourself from that situation to be hit. Whereas
and that's just outdoor. Indoor lacrosse is on a fucking hockey rink. It's on an NHL sized rink. So any player loses their helmet, plays dead.
Immediate whistle. Yeah.
So it's like
because it is a smaller area. That's what it is.
The fact that the NHL doesn't have these rulings is wild. It's crazy to me.
Agreed.
Because we've seen players take pucks to the face with the helmets and the fucking visors. We've seen
and
players
they still
all the
get
time.
fucking concussed.
Yeah.
With a helmet on. It
what
doesn't
are we
stop it.
doing? Why
it's
is this
literally
a
insane to me.
Yeah.
And it's insane to me that like while I understand the whole aspect of but they could do it intentionally, player safety comes above all else.
Correct.
There's always a way to figure out if someone is cheating the system. That's what we have fines and suspensions for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that case, I would even advocate for if your goalie is intentionally doing it and they've been caught more than once, I'm issuing team fines.
Facts.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
$50,000, sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I'm glad we're all in agreement on this one.
Yeah. I mean,
the rare thing.
It comes with it's player safety, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's change the stigma of hockey players not having teeth. Okay, let's fix it. Let's do better.
Well, I mean, they're gonna start punching each other in the face, but
yeah,
let's protect our players,
particularly our most vulnerable, which is the goalie.
As I look up and the Ducks give up a goal.
Oh, dude, the Leafs aren't doing too good right now either. So.
It's 1-1. Ducks are tied 1-1 right now.
Yeah. So, with that being said, tell us what you guys think. Put your comments down below. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? What do you think the rule should be or could be? D, we're 2 weeks into the season. Yeah. How are we looking on injuries, fines, and suspensions?
Well, there have been more fines and suspensions since the last time we talked. There was a suspension issued on for the October 9th game. Jonathan Drouin was issued a suspension for cross-checking Connor Dewar. He was suspended 1 game and forfeits $20,000, $20,833.33.
That was the right call. That was the right call. I don't know if you guys watched that game against the Penguins, but he should have absolutely been suspended.
Yep, I agree.
I'm glad Dewey's okay because holy shit.
Yeah. We have had more fines as well. So on October 12th, a fine was issued against Ian Cole of the Utah Mammoth for a dangerous trip against Steven Stamkos. He was fined $2,500. Also on October 12th, Tyler Myers of the Vancouver Canucks was issued a fine for slashing against Connor McDavid. He forfeited $2,500. On October 17th, Jackson Blake of the Carolina Hurricanes was issued a fine for slashing against Jacob Trouba, and that fine was $2,358.94. And then most recently, as Mal has already stated, on October 18th, there was a fine of $5,000 to Brad Marchand for unsportsmanlike conduct against Rasmus Dahlin. So quite a few since the last time we talked, which is great because all that money is going to the NHL Players Assistance Fund. So at least if they're doing something wrong, they're paying for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least there's that, As for our injury report, I do have injuries. So starting off with Anaheim, we have Ryan Strome, who is out until October 31st with an upper body injury. Nobody knew for Boston. Buffalo got their shit kicked, and they have a fuck ton of people out. So Josh Norris is out with an upper body injury until December 18th. Jordan Greenway is out with a lower body injury until October 25th. Matthias Samuelsson is out with an undisclosed injury day to day. Justin Danforth is out with a lower body injury until November 15th. Jacob Bryson is out with a concussion until October 24th. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is out with a lower body injury until October 25th. Beck Malenstein is out with a personal issue until October 22nd. Michael Kesselring is out with a lower body injury until November 1st. So again, they they got fucking hit with it. Calgary has seen Martin Popisil with an undisclosed issue out until October 22nd. In Carolina, we have Pyotr Kochikov with a lower body injury expected out until October 25th. Jacob Slavin out with a lower body injury day to day. Shane Gostisbehere is out with a lower body injury out until October 28th. In Chicago, just one player in Jason Dixon out with an undisclosed injury day to day. In Colorado, we have Joel Kiviranta, who is out with a lower body injury until November 8th. Mackenzie Blackwood, also out lower body until October 28th. Samuel Girard is out with an upper body injury until October 25th. And Logan O'Connor is out with a hip injury until November 6th. In Columbus, we have Eric Goodbranson, who is out with an upper body injury day to day, and Miles Wood with a facial injury day to day as well. In Dallas, we have Matt Duchesne, who is out upper body until October 23rd. Oscar Back, who is out with an undisclosed issue until October 26th. Niels Lundqvist, who is out with a lower body injury expected to be out until November 1st. Chase Wheatcroft is out with a wrist injury expected to be out until October 25th. In Detroit, Patrick Kane is out with an upper body injury until October 25th. In Edmonton, we have Alec Regula, who is out undisclosed until the 25th. Matthias Janmark, who is out undisclosed until the 23rd. And Kasperi Kapanen, who is out undisclosed until the 23rd as well. In Florida, we have Dmitry Kuliklov, who is out with an upper body injury until March 17th is when they're saying he's going to be back in.
Wow.
So he's significant.
He's missing most of the
amount
year.
of time. He's missing most of the year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In LA, for the Kings, we have Anze Kopitar, who is out with a foot injury until October 28th.
That's right.
Kyle Burrows is out until the 25th with an upper body injury. Minnesota also got hit hard as well. Nico Sturm out with a back injury until November 21st. Cameron Butler out undisclosed until the 26th. Matt Zuccarello has a lower body injury, is expected back the 19th of November. Marco Rossi is out with a lower body injury day to day for now. Zach Bogosian is out with a lower body injury until October 25th. In Montreal, we have Caden Gould, who is out with a lower body injury until November 28th. Kirby Dock, who is out with a lower body injury until October 23rd. Patrick Laine, unfortunately, out day to day right now with a lower body injury as well.
Damn, poor Patty.
Which is probably that fucking knee again.
Poor Patty, dude.
He
can't catch a break.
He just can't fucking get it right. In Nashville, Jonathan Marchessault is out with a lower body injury until October 23rd, and Nicholas Haig is out with an upper body injury until October 21st. New Jersey, we have Jacob Markstrom, who is out lower body until November 6th. Zach McEwen is out undisclosed until November 2nd. Jonathan Kovacevic is out with a knee injury until January 3rd. That's another long injury there. Steven Nosen is out with a groin injury until October 26th. And Yevgeny Dadonov is out with a hand injury until November 2nd. For the New York Islanders, we have Pierre Engvall out until November 2nd with a hip injury. Alexander Romanov, who is out until October 23rd with an upper body issue. Semyon Varlamov is out with a knee issue until November 2nd as well. For the Rangers, the only new person they have is Vincent Trocheck, out with an upper body issue until October 23rd. In Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk, his out has been extended for his wrist injury. He will be out until November 11th. We have nobody new in Philadelphia, actually, so congratulations to Philly for keeping their shit together. In Pittsburgh, we have Kevin Hayes out until October 25th with an upper body injury, and Rutger McGroarty out again until October 25th, also with an upper body issue. Great name.
It is. It's a great name.
Yeah, super happy for them. In San Jose, Carey Price is done for the year, unfortunately. He has a knee injury that will have him out until September 1st.
I don't know why.
So
he's
unfortunately,
still on that
we
list.
just said hello to Carey, and now we're saying goodbye yet again.
Well, I don't know why he's still on that list. He hasn't played in 2.5, almost 3 seasons.
Well, because it got updated.
Yeah.
That is why. Because he was going to come back, and then now it's changed yet again. John Klingberg is out with a lower body injury until October 23rd. Adam Gaudette is out with an illness day to day. Probably got that syphilis. Shakir Muhammad. Sorry, I'm going to say this again, Shakir. I am so sorry. Mukhamadullin. Drop me a line and tell me that I'm butchering your name and how to fucking fix it. I'm so sorry, my guy. He's out upper body until October 28th. Timothy Liljegren is out upper body until October 26th. In Seattle, we have Jared McCann out lower body with a day-to-day marker. We have Brandon Montour. Personal issue will be out until October 25th. And Frederick Gaudreau is out with an upper body issue and will be back on November 15th. In St. Louis, Alexei Toropchenko is out with an upper body injury until October 23rd. Oscar Sundqvist is out with a lower body injury until October 23rd as well. In Tampa Bay, Maxwell Crozier is out undisclosed until October 28th. And again, great name, Zemgus Girgensson is back on the list, expected to be out until October 23rd with an undisclosed issue. In Toronto, Scott Lofton is out with a lower body injury until October 25th. Joseph Wall out for personal reasons, as we have previously discussed, until October 25th. We do have that return date.
Do we
currently.
have any clarification on what that is? Do we know?
No, I haven't seen anything. Unfortunately,
I would say we still have nothing.
But it's good news that we have at least a return date notified. We'll see if it stays that way. You never know. In Utah, we have Sean Dursey, who is out with a shoulder injury until November 12th. Terrell Goldsmith is out undisclosed until October 26th. Alexander Kerfoot is out lower body until October 26th. In Vancouver, Brock Besser is out for personal reasons until October 23rd. Jonathan Lekurimaki. Jonathan, you are new here, so tell me how to say your name. He is out until October 28th for undisclosed reasons. Philip Cheadle is out until October 28th for an upper body issue. Teddy Bluger is out undisclosed until October 23rd. Great name there too. Niels Hoglander is out lower body until December 14th. That's quite a long timeline as well. So I hope that he gets better. Also, Derek Forbort is out until October 26th with an undisclosed injury. Forbort also is a great name, just for the record. In Vegas, we have Noah Hannafin, who is out undisclosed day-to-day. Actually, I'm going to group all these together. We have 4 day-to-day players in Noah Hannafin, Brett Howden, and Aiden Hill. I'm sorry. Noah's in here twice. Sorry to me.
You're the one who made
Mark
the fucking
Stone.
Excel sheet.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one that made it, so I don't know why I can't read. So yeah, no, it's Noah Hannafin that's in there twice. So Aiden Hill, Noah Hannafin, and Brett Howden out day to day. Mark Stone also out for a wrist injury until November 4th. In Washington, the only new one is Pierre-Luc Dubois, who is out until October 24th with a lower body injury. And lastly, in Winnipeg, we have Cole Perfetti out with an ankle injury until November 15th, Adam Lowry with a hip issue until October 28th, and Dylan Sandberg with a wrist injury until November 23rd. And that is our injury report. That's everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a crazy season it's been already, huh? And we're only 2 weeks in.
For
It's
real.
just,
For real.
and then just think, later this season, we're going to have the Olympics.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. I'm just curious to see what that's going to do to the injury report. Now, time for a lot of our favorite segment of the show. Chris, who do you have for our obscure player of the week?
Well, you're going to have to get ready on that reggae horn because I can't do it with how we have it set up. No, you got to wait until I say the thing.
Don't forget the duck!
I was already ready.
All right,
Don't forget the
so
duck!
I stay ready, Chris.
it is time for our obscure NHL player of the week.
Yes!
We have a player today by the name of Mikhail Danica, born in Russia in 1979. This left-handed defenseman was 272nd overall pick in the 1999 draft by the Dallas Stars, making him the final draft pick in that draft, which earned him the moniker as Mr. Irrelevant. And irrelevant this man was. Drafted in the 1999 NHL draft. Danica did not play any professional hockey in North America at any level. Instead, he played in Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan. He played in the Russian Super League for at least 12 different teams before retiring in 2015. He represented Russia in international competition at the junior levels. At the 1997 World Junior Championships, he helped Russia capture the bronze medal. In 98, Russia lost to Finland in overtime during the gold medal game, settling for silver. His last year of junior eligibility was in 1999. He helped capture the gold by defeating Canada in overtime. And that is all we have on him. It's another player in the long line of players who were drafted and never played a single second in the NHL. And he's 46, so he is probably coaching or some aspect. We have nothing on him. So shout out to Mikhail Danica. You are our obscure NHL player of the week.
I love learning so much of these cool stats and stuff like that.
Some
like it's so
just
wild.
Random ass players that you
'cause
never knew
it's
existed.
like, yeah, this cool player who was drafted but never friggin' played. You're just like,
now,
what?
if anyone asks you who was the last pick in the draft in 1999, you know. And you know that he never played in the NHL.
You can beat him at 2 truths, 1 lie, because he absolutely is telling people I was drafted in the NHL, and people are like, no, you weren't.
Yeah,
no, you weren't. I was drafted in the NHL. I played my rookie season. The fuck you did?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of fun facts, Chris, what's the answer to the trivia question?
All right, so
I guess we have to give our answers.
I will
right?
repeat the trivia question for those.
Yeah.
True or false? The Toronto Maple Leafs and Edmonton Oilers almost swapped cities.
That is true, Chris.
Mal?
I want to say false because I don't think the Edmonton Leafs and the Toronto Oilers sound good at all.
You're going to say false?
I'm going to say false, yeah.
Well, in 1981, there was a proposed but ultimately rejected plan for a city swap between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers, which would have moved the Maple Leafs to Edmonton and the Oilers to Toronto.
But what would the name have been?
It would have probably stuck with what they did. The deal was conceived by the team's owners, Harold Ballard of the Maple Leafs and Peter Pocklington of the Oilers, who needed a quick $50 million.
Yeah, just casual. Just
yeah,
a quick 50.
So in 81, it was proposed. The proposal was franchise relocation trade, where the Oilers would move from Toronto and play in the Maple Leaf Garden, while the Maple Leafs would move to the Edmonton's new arena. The outcome, Pocklington initially agreed to the idea, but the deal never went through. The specific reasons for its failure were never fully detailed, but the trade would have been a major shift in the NHL landscape. So D was correct. It is, in fact, true.
Can you imagine
Did
having
you know
the
that,
Leafs not in the Eastern Conference?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe the Toronto Oilers.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, it would be the Toronto Oilers. Sounds
so
dirty.
D, you knew that one?
Maybe Toronto would have had a championship by now. Maybe they would have won the cup.
There's no oil in Toronto. Ew.
Who knows?
There is also a story about how a BlackBerry billionaire almost moved the Penguins to Canada, but that, my friends, is a story for a different day.
Because
love it.
All good things must come to an end. And this is the end of the 100th episode of the Pucked Up Podcast.
Let's raise a toast to 100 episodes.
To 100, y'all.
To 100 episodes, you beautiful bastards. Here's to 100 more.
Yep, absolutely. Full of fun, excitement, finds, and bloopers.
We've had a lot of those.
Yeah.
From all of us here at Pucked Up, we want to say thank you guys for loving us, supporting us, and sticking with us through all 4 of our last seasons. Well, all 4 of our seasons. And until next time, we'll see you in the penalty box.
Make sure you like and subscribe.